Excited to have Stephanie Gober from the Gobers here on the Southern Style Show. Stephanie, how you doing?
I think I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
You had to think about it?
I have to think about it. Yeah, I mean, it changes from, time to time, moment to moment.
That's it. So
I am the mom of a 6-year-old, so it changes. But I'm doing good right now. You caught me at a good moment.
I caught you at a good moment. You got your coffee in hand?
No. I actually don't drink coffee.
You don't drink coffee?
I don't. I
Why?
like it. It's not that I don't like it. I just don't drink it. I mean, occasionally I have a Starbucks craving and I'll go, but I like more like dessert than I like coffee.
Well,
I like a splash of sugar and white mocha. Have you ever had an iced white mocha from Starbucks?
No, I never have.
Oh, it's good. But I don't really think that counts as coffee.
I don't think it does either. That's what I was just going to say. Of course, you got to remember, I'm from Seattle, so saying, have you ever had something at Starbucks? Normally, I probably have had it.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. I didn't know you were from Seattle.
Yes. Huh?
Yeah, don't they have terrible weather there?
No, we got great weather.
Oh,
we just
okay.
we just lie.
I don't know.
We lie to the rest of the country.
Oh, that's got to be it.
That's
okay.
it.
All right, I got it.
we don't want everybody living here. So
that's how you keep the population down.
That's it.
Population control.
That's it. We lie to
phenomenal,
everybody.
man.
It is.
It
works great. So hey, tell everybody a little bit about what is going on with the Gobers.
Oh heavens! Well, we are at a really exciting kind of stage in our career. Everything is going really well. We're sort of getting over a hump. We signed with Apple Valley Records 4 years ago, and within that 4 years, right after we released our first album with them, which was called I'm Gonna Stand, we released that, and we found out my dad had cancer. And he battled cancer for 2 years with a year in between, and he was in remission for a year. It came back, and unfortunately, he passed away the day after Thanksgiving. So my family has been really on just an emotional roller coaster, obviously, over the past few months. When we were at NQC, if you'll remember, the interview that we did, we had just released our new album called What a Day, and we had planned to release some stuff off that, and in fact, there's a song on there that we're still planning to release called Why Not. That was supposed to be our first release, but when Daddy died, we actually decided to release another song called It Won't Matter, and we released that through Chapel Valley in, I believe, February. It went out to radio in March, and last month it actually hit number 100 on the Singing News, and this month we're expecting it to be in the top 80. So the song is doing really, really well for us, and we're excited about it. We feel like my dad is kind of smiling down on us, and that God is really blessing our efforts just to keep moving. When for lack of better words, sometimes you just want to quit. I mean, it's the way it is. It's the family thing, and then when such a big part of your family and a big part of your ministry is gone, it's really hard to keep going. But God is really blessing our efforts. It's just proof that when we just put in a little bit, that God will just do amazing things with that. So we're really excited. We really are, and we are appreciative to all the fans and all the DJs for giving us a chance and kind of letting us in. So we're just excited about what this next year holds for us, and looking forward to seeing how this song does and watching it move up. And I think they're planning on releasing another one sometime around July. So we just recorded a new album. We were in the studio in March, and it's actually entitled it's The Gobers on the Move. And it's a really cool album. I think y'all are going to really like it. It's got a really progressive Southern gospel kind of country sound, which I notice a lot of people kind of leaning toward nowadays. Jeff and Sherry kind of paved the way for everybody.
That's it.
So I think it's awesome. I mean, I think that we are at a great place, and I'm excited about it. And so that's kind of the rundown of where we are.
So now on the new album, did you write any of the songs?
I did. I wrote, I think I wrote 4 or 5 off of this album, I think. I write a lot, so these songs. I think that this album is going to send a message of that. The message we want to relay is that sometimes you got to move when you don't feel like it, because that's just what it takes. I mean, that's what it takes. So many of us get into these places where we say, I just don't feel like it. I don't want to do it. I don't feel like it. And you have to let your mind and your spirit go back to, the garden where Jesus prayed so fervently that his blood turned to sweat. I mean, his blood turned to sweat. Listen to me. His sweat turned to blood. And he was struggling. Jesus Christ himself was struggling. And he prayed, God, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. In American English, that's, hey, I don't really want to do this. Can you come up with another way? But there wasn't another way. And so he did it. He did it willingly. And the songs on this album are going to portray a lot of, just keeping on, keep moving. There's a song I wrote called I Run to You. Another one I wrote called You Are Good. I think it's really going to portray that. But we also pulled out some old stuff, just some old classic Southern gospel, and we decided to do that. My dad actually spoke to good old Mr. Hemphill at NQC last year, and they were talking about us recording I'm in This Church.
Oh, cool.
And so we actually re-recorded that. And so there's going to be a lot of stuff on this album that people are going to know and love. And then there's some new stuff and some of my own stuff. So I think it's going to be a great album. I'm excited to hear it. It's in production right now with Shane. And so we should be hearing it for too much longer.
Cool. Shane Rorark, just in case people don't know.
Yeah, he's our producer. Yeah. He just won Producer of the Year at FanFest this year, so pretty cool. Yeah,
that is very
cool. I think the Gobers and Chapel Valley as a whole, I think we're all on an upswing, and it's awesome. It's so humbling, It's really humbling. It's awesome.
You did great. So I got a question for you. As a writer, Where is the place that you, as a writer, write most of your songs? Is there like one place? Do you say, hey, listen, I'm going to go into my room and write songs, or?
In my bed.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I write a lot in my bed. I'll just kind of get my notebook and I'll just go curl up with a pencil and write. Now, there have been songs before where the Lord just gave them to me, like during church. Or I wrote a song called With Amazing Grace. Actually, the video is posted on our Facebook page right now. It's off of our I'm Gonna Stand album. And when I wrote that song, I had been praying in the altar. And I had prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed. And when I went back to my seat and sat down, the Lord just poured that song on me.
That's awesome.
And so that was a really cool one. I'm Gonna Stand, I wrote, I was asleep, and the Lord woke me up. And I didn't really want to get up. So he was like, get up. And I was like, no. How we are. And I thought, I could hear the song in my head. It was amazing. I could hear the song in my head. And I was thinking I should get up and write that down. And I was like, I'll do it in the morning. And the Lord kind of said, no, you'll do it now. So I got up and wrote the song. Sometimes, but yeah, when I just decide I'm going to sit down and write, like when I feel it, I'm not a writer that writes on a whim. Like I don't just say, I think I'm going to sit down and write a song today. That's not the way I operate. It's more of it's a feeling for me. They come to me. I really can't take a whole lot of credit for anything that I write, because if we just decided today, like if you said, hey, Steph, let's sit down and write a song, you'd be disappointed in my songwriting skills. Well, they're not that great.
You'd be disappointed in mine, too, so.
Well, the Lord is he just gave me a gift, and it really is just a gift. It all comes from him, and I'll just sit down and just write what he tells me to write when he tells me to write it, and it just kind of works that way. So I am not the great Sandy Knight by any means of the word. I mean, the songs just come, when the Lord gives them to me, I write them down, but I definitely don't get 10 a day or anything like that. I mean, but I do consider, I consider the gift of songwriting a blessing, and I'm thankful for it. I'm very thankful for it. I'll write down anything he gives me.
That's awesome. Hey, give everybody the website, and can they find Facebook? Because you've referenced Facebook several times.
Yes, Facebook. We are huge on Facebook. We always talk to our fans, and we really try to be very one-on-one, and we love that. We love to laugh with our fans. We put all kinds of goofy videos on there and be silly, and we just always. So yes, absolutely. If you have Facebook, find us there. Our Facebook address is actually the Gobers. So if you go to facebook.com/the Gobers, we'll come up. Or if you even search the Gobers, it'll come up. And that's G as in girl, O, B as in boy, ERS.com. And we have Facebook/the Gobers, and we have www.thegobers.com.
There we go.
But absolutely, we really like for our fans to be on our Facebook, because that's we can really talk to you and get to know you through Facebook, and we do. So yeah, that's awesome.
Cool. Okay, last question. This is always the way I like to end it. 3 things. If you had to for a week eat 3 things, what would those 3 things be?
What would I need for the week?
No, the 3 things you'd eat. If you could only have 3 items that you could eat.
Oh, eat, not
eat.
Need. Eat. Okay.
Well, you might need them also.
Okay. Well, I'm a vegetarian, which is awesome. I know you are too.
I am.
Which is very cool. So let's see. Number 1 is avocado. That's my favorite food. And I know you say it's not a food, but it is a food.
Well, it's a food,
totally
but it's not.
food.
It's not its own dish.
It's not a staple. It's a staple to me. I'd starve to death without it. Okay, so number 1 would definitely be avocado. I also really like cereal. I eat cereal a lot.
Okay, what kind of
for
cereal?
Dinner. I usually eat. Depends. I mean, I like the sugary stuff the best.
Me too.
But I try not to eat it. Have you tried the new chocolate frosted flakes?
Oh no, I have not. But sugar frosted flakes are my thing. In fact,
use some of those. You know how Cocoa Puffs turn the milk chocolate?
Yeah.
So do they.
Oh, very cool. Okay, no, I haven't, but I gotta try some.
Cereal. I like Honey Bunches of Oats and Special K. Those are my 2 faves. And those are the ones I eat. My favorite is chocolate cereal and Lucky Charms.
Okay.
But I can't eat that all the time because I do model, and so if I ate that every day, that would be the end of my career. So
it would be, yeah.
Anyway, Special K. So let's see, avocados, cereal, and this is not a food, but it's a drink. And I love unsweet tea with lime.
Really? Well, you're
love it.
First person I've ever.
Tea with lime. I couldn't live without those things. And those are my top 3. My favorite food. I love Mexican food. You like Mexican food?
I love Mexican food.
It's great for vegetarians.
It is.
You can do like beans instead of beef, and of course they have avocados.
Mm-hmm. Which they can make at your table if it's a good.
4.
You did. You gave me 4, but that's okay.
Mexican food. Well, I guess avocado. Just because you said avocados are not a real food, I'll put them in the group with Mexican food. Does that make you feel better?
There you go. See, so you're going to be eating Mexican, and then for breakfast, cereal every day.
Yeah, and then I'll usually only eat 2 meals a day, so cereal and Mexican and unsweet tea and lime. I could live forever.
You could. Well, you could.
Live forever.
There you go. There you go. That's it, and that would do it. Hey, Stephanie, give everybody the website one more time.
www.thegobers.com.
There you go. Stephanie Gober on today's edition of the Southern Style Show.